Hi Sibs, happy Labor Day. This is, you may be interested to know, the 120th anniversary of Labor Day becoming a national holiday. It became a national holiday in 1893. President Grover Cleveland and Congress pushed it through in just 6 days to help appease the unions after Grover Cleveland sent in troops to put an end to the Pullman strike, which had basically stopped trains across the country. There were already about 30 states who were celebrating Labor Day in September at the time. The first one to do this was Oregon, starting in 1887, and they got the idea from the Canadians. The first Labor Day really was a protest by 7 unions against the imprisonment of several union organizers under outdated laws that made union activities criminal. This was a success. The Prime Minister of Canada agreed to get the laws repealed, which actually did happen. So the first Monday in September wasn't the only option they could have picked, though. Most of the rest of the world was already celebrating, and had for the past 3 years, May 1st as International Workers' Day. And what's more, it was inspired by an event that happened in the United States. On May 1st, 1886, unions across the country started strikes to try and demand an 8-hour workday. On May 3rd, police killed 4 protesters when trying to break up a protest that was harassing strikebreakers at the McCormick factory in Chicago. The day after that, May 4th, there was a rally in Haymarket Square to protest the violence used by the police. When the police came to break it up, somebody who was never identified threw a bomb in front of the police. It blew up, instantly killing 1 of the police officers and mortally wounding 6 others. The police began firing into the crowd. It's not clear if members of the crowd also fired back at police, but within 5 minutes, the only people left in the square were the wounded. There were, in the end, 7 police killed, 4 workers killed at least, and as many as 70 people injured in the whole affair. Unions around the world were upset about this and decided May 1st, 1890 would be International Workers' Day, both to commemorate the martyrs at the Haymarket massacre and to demand an 8-hour workday around the world. The first event on May 1st, 1890 was a great success, with many people participating all around the world. They decided to definitely make an annual affair after that, and today as many as 80 countries, not including the United States and Canada, all celebrate International Workers' Day May 1st. So if it started because of here, why don't we celebrate it on May 1st? Why do we pick September? Because socialism. The group that originally organized it was a socialist organization, and there was already, even in just the late 1800s, there was already a lot of concern about socialist ideas here in the US. So whatever happened with the whole 8-hour workday thing? Well, as you, I'm sure, know, 40-hour work week, 8 hours, 5 days a week, is pretty much the standard here in the US now. But that wasn't really made official until 1937, much long after they started asking for it. And still, many employees are exempt. In fact, that's why when you are filling out your paperwork at work, there's exempt versus non-exempt, which I always found confusing, and I finally understand it. It basically means exempt means you are exempt from the limitation to only 40 hours a week, and non-exempt means that they are required to only work you 40 hours a week unless they give you overtime pay. So that's the origins of Labor Day. I really hope that you guys back in Knoxville will get to enjoy the best part of Labor Day, and that, of course, is Boomsday, the huge fireworks festival there in Knoxville. We really miss it here. It was it was something we look forward to every year. In the meantime, until next week, stay shiny. What peace and comfort